Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarita Neelakantam. Today, I am going to explain about job interview skills. Okay, so today we all are aware that interviews are very important to place a candidate in the companies, in the reputed companies. So, interview is main thing to place a candidate in the good companies or in reputed companies. Okay, so for that purpose, a candidate has to know all these things means about interview. So a person has to aware of interview skills. He or she should know should know the techniques to participate in the interview. So it is called as job interview skills. Okay, so today I am going to say some techniques which are involved, uh, in the process of interview. Okay, so let us now let us get into the point. So now I'm going to cover these things in this class. Why interviews are conducted, preparing for interviews, the interview experience, different types of interviews. Okay, these things will be explained in this session. So first thing is, what is an interview? So interview means it is a face-to-face interaction between interviewer and interviewee. Okay, and we can say it as a conversation between interviewee and interviewer. So generally these interviews are conducted with a purpose or with an objective. Okay, so what is the main purpose or objective of conducting these interviews? Means to place a candidate, okay, to place a suitable candidate for the job. Okay, here the interviewer wants to obtain information from the candidate. So in the process of interview, so interviewer wants to know some information from the candidate. So these things are evaluated in the process of interview. Next, why are interviews conducted? So here in the process of interview, the main purpose is here. The selections are not done on the basis of examination marks of the candidate. Okay, employer wants to find the best person for the job. Okay, employer wants to select a good candidate or suitable candidate for the job. Employer reviews candidates' abilities and experience to find out. Here, the employer main purpose or main motto is to select a good candidate or right candidate for the job. So through these interview, the employer evaluates some abilities, strengths, and experiences, everything, achievements, everything about the candidate. Okay, this is the main purpose of conducting interviews. Next, why interviews are needed? What is the need or what is the necessity behind the conducting of the interviews? Why interviews? So here we can expect some questions. Example, can you do the job? So can you do the job means it involves skills, abilities, and qualifications of the candidate. And will you do the job? So this question, uh, it reveals the attitude, interest, and motivation of the candidate. So these with these types of questions, okay, the employer can acquire some information about the candidate. How will he fit into the organization? So this question reveals a personality of the candidate. So here to these questions, uh, interviewer candidate has to give suitable answers or appropriate answers. On the basis of these answers only, that candidate will be placed in that company. What is an interview? So here now the question is, what is an interview? What is the meaning of interview or what is an interview? So here, interview is an opportunity to sell your abilities, interests, and career objectives. So here the candidate has to showcase his or her abilities in front of the employer and interest, career objectives. He has to say all these things in front of the employer, and he has to give some he has to give some view. He has to set some view in the minds of the employer by answering to these questions. It is an opportunity to ask questions and learn more about the position and career offered by a particular company. So in the process of interview, the candidate can ask some questions related to the company or related to the job or in or related to the career. He can ask any questions related to the company. So he can ask any questions. You must prove that you are the most suitable candidate. So the candidate has to uh, set a view that in the minds of the interviewer, that you are only the one person who will fit for the job. You have to create this type of impression in the mind of the employer. This is the main purpose of the interview. Next, know what they are looking for. So before going for the interview only, you have to see this. You have to ask this question to yourself. Know what they are looking for. What is the main requirement of the company? So you have to check yourself that requirement. Do you have that requirement or not? So you have to research for the company. Okay, you have to know about the company. You have to do research about the company. So here, see, they are they are evaluating your communication skills throughout the interview. Don't focus on your history, focus on your key skills. Okay, so in the process, during the interview process, in the process of entire interview, so generally the panel members will evaluate the communication skills throughout the interview. Okay, so you have to very much aware of your communication skills. Okay, so you should be very clear in explaining everything. Okay, don't focus on your history, just focus on your skills, key skills, and your abilities, your strengths, your achievements. Okay, next, self promotion is crucial for success. Just remind that you have to promote yourself, you have to say about yourself, you have to say about your achievements, whatever you know, whatever you have achieved, whenever you are the student, or whenever you have worked in any company. So just you have to say everything about yourself. Don't focus on responsibilities, focus on your achievements. Okay, so don't give any negative impression about the responsibilities that you have to fulfill in the future, or and in your previous company. Don't focus on your responsibilities, just focus on your achievements. Remember, your competitors will be the presenting their achievement. So if interview means only everyone everyone says about their achievements, skills, abilities. Okay, you have to keep this thing in your mind. Self promotion, it is necessary to explain your strengths. Okay, you have to say about yourself, you have to explain about your strengths. Your resume got you to the interview, but resume alone will not get you the job. You have to do that. Okay. Next one, watch the body language. It is very important. Body language is nothing but non-verbal cues or non-verbal communication skills. You should be aware of your body language or your non-verbal communication skills. You have to maintain your facial expressions. Okay, you should not show your stress or any negative emotions on your face. Uh, you have to smile. You have to keep smile face in the entire process of the interview. Okay, so here first impression is very important. So you have to dress appropriately, allow time to relax, entrance introductions and handshake, smile and make eye contact. You have to smile in the process of interview. You have to maintain smile in the process of entire interview, and you have to give eye contact. Be aware of your own movement, hand here, your posture and hand gestures are very important. And watch body language of your interviewer, and you have to focus on the body language of interviewer also. According to their facial expressions, you have to speak. Next, 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 dress code is very important in the process of interview. So some dress code, some examples are there for the dress code. See, this is for the ladies and these are for the gents. Okay, you have to maintain according to the interview. Men's interview attire. So like this, men's have to uh, follow this type of clothes or this type of dress during for the interview. So suit, solid colors, long sleeves, belt, tie, dog socks, conservative leather shoes, little or no jewelry, neat and professional hairstyle. These things you have to maintain. And women's attire. So women's attire also suit, navy, black or dark gray suits. The suit skirt should be long enough so that you can sit comfortably. Conservative shoes, limited jewelry, professional hairstyle, light makeup, and perfume. So you should maintain all these things. And just now I said first impression is the best impression, no? So you should be on time or a little bit early. If it is possible, go a little bit early to the company. This allows you to relax and feel comfortable, and start strong by beginning on a positive note, and send the right body language. Sit straight, maintain good eye contact, use some positive gestures. And developing an interview strategy. After going to the interview, you have to give handshake to the interviewers. Prepare for the interview. So it is also very important task. You should prepare for the interview. So just now I said, research for the company, research about the company before going for the interview. Know your job requirements, prepare your resume, get your career goals in focus, identify your main strengths related to the job. These things you have to maintain, and you should prepare your resume in a good manner. Preparation is the key to success. Okay, so you have to prepare for the interview before only. Practice with yourself or with a friend, or find the dress code in advance and dress accordingly. You have to practice for the interview in front of the mirror or in front of your friend. So types of interview, generally we have types of interviews. One-to-one interview. One-to-one interview means the interviewer wants to see the suitability of the candidate for the job. Candidate has to show how his her skills will benefit the organization. In one-to-one interviews only, two persons are there in the process of interview, interviewer and interviewee. Telephonic interviews, these are mostly screening interviews to select a few are further face-to-face interviews. So some companies are following these type of telephonic interviews. Okay, for telephone interviews you have to prepare well and thoroughly. As for real interviews also, select a comfortable and quiet place, have a copy of resume and company information. You should have pen and paper ready, and you have to be yourself. Group interviews are nothing but group discussion duties. So this is to use to uncover the leadership skills, communication skills, and the candidate's ability to work in a team. Here in the group discussion, generally the panel members will evaluate your skills, leadership skills, interpersonal skills, intrapersonal skills, and your communication skills, and your team building. Everything will be evaluated in group interviews. Nowadays everyone are following this group interviews only to select a candidate. Okay, this is about interview skills, and you have to prepare for the interview before only, okay, to attend for the interview. Thank you, everyone.